Hi, I'm Jasper Kohler, and if you're anything like me, you're alone. But that's okay, because being alone is fucking awesome. It's the best. You don't have to go through all like the bullshit nuances that come with being in a relationship, right? You don't have to give any back rubs or foot rubs you don't want to give. You don't have to, go out to dinner with their friends. You don't have to tell them you love them or tell them they look good even though they look like dog shit. You don't have to pretend to like their parents or pretend to like any of their friends or pretend to like any of their interests and hobbies or pretend to like anything they're passionate about or pretend to support them in any way whatsoever. Just look at this freedom. If I wanted to go sit on that couch right there, I could do it right now. I could get up and go sit on that couch and no one can tell me not to. I'm not going to. Actually, Stephanie bought me that couch and I haven't been able to sit on it since she left me. I just wish she would hear me out because I didn't even spend that much money on lottery tickets. You don't really need a retirement plan if you win the lottery. And that's kind of what I was thinking. But with all that said, too much of anything is a bad thing. So today, I'm officially announcing that I'm back on the market, baby. Please, not all. Come on, guys, come on. Come on, not all at once, okay? Go. Oh, man. I've been alone. It's been fun, but I just turned 20. And if you haven't found your soulmate by the time you're 20, chances are you never will. And that's a fact. I mean, you know how that old nursery rhyme goes, right? The one that your parents used to sing you to sleep with? If you haven't found love by the time you're 20, jump in front of a train. If you don't have a wife, then you should take your own life and jump in front of a train. At the end of the day, everybody wants love. No matter how old you are, what gender you are, male, female, the other ones.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
But meeting people in real life is hard. I've asked girls out in person before and I've gone on fun dates that way. But realistically, doing it that way isn't really that practical because maybe you catch the eye of a cute guy or a cute girl and then you work up the courage to say hi. But I mean, most likely you just go weeks without seeing a single person you'd even be interested in. And then when you finally do, you're so nervous that, you throw up in your mouth and then you let a little racial slur slip and then you accidentally call their mom a whore and you get charged like a hate crime or whatever. And it's like a whole thing. But dating apps account for all the inconveniences that real life interaction poses. They give you a streamlined platform where you can easily cycle through hundreds of people within a 20-mile radius of yourself who are also bad at doing love. If you're one of those people that's like, I would never use a dating app. Like, I just like to let things happen naturally. You're fucking lying to yourself. I mean, sure, maybe in like 10 years, you'll reach for the same recycled cardboard jug of organic dirt milk as some other personified smoothie bowl tumbler feed of a person in Trader Joe's, and you'll live happily ever after. But what the fuck are you supposed to do until then? Now, if you're a single gal or a single guy out there, and you haven't downloaded and tried a dating app, you should, because you will soon realize why they are so goddamn addicting. These apps, they tap into your most animalistic instincts by making you select a mate purely based on physical attraction, but with the twist of having zero negative repercussions. Now, I think the most well-known dating app is Tinder. And if you haven't used Tinder, you probably at least know how it works, right? You swipe left if you're not interested, and swipe right if you are interested. And that's the whole thing. Now, I'm going to be real honest with you. I haven't used Tinder all that much, but I've definitely had a few good swiping sessions where, and I'm not swiping right on like every person, but I've definitely swiped right on like a good handful of people, like maybe 15 to 20 people total that I've swiped right on. So let's take a look at my matches. Oh yeah, that's right. I have never had a single match on Tinder. So, I mean, I'm genuinely asking, like, what am I doing wrong? You know, I have multiple pictures on my profile to prove that I'm a real person. I have a bio. It says, just looking for friends or enemies or my soulmate or a green card marriage. Strong believer that the moon landing did 9/11. Which I feel like accurately reflects my personality and sense of humor. So why does nobody want to be friends with me on the internet? You know, whatever. I don't even care that much. You know, they're lost, right? It doesn't even like hurt my self-esteem or anything, and I definitely haven't cried about it. So why would you even bring that up? Besides the fact that everyone on Tinder seems to think I'm a serial killer, I don't really like the app that much anyway. I feel like there's not enough interaction between, you know, liking a person and messaging them, whatever. Because some people don't have bios set up, so you can't like get a sense of their personality or maybe some of their interests beforehand. And honestly, reading people's bios is like the best part because you kind of can decide like, oh, like this person seems like they might be cool, or you could be like, wow, that person fucking sucks. Maybe that's what people are saying when they see my profile. Shit. Damn it. So the other app I've tried is called Hinge, and it's a lot more fun than Tinder, in my opinion, because it makes you put like more information on there. And also you pick these questions that you want to answer. So like this person, they have like the sign of a great first date, and they answered when both dogs and nature are involved. And then they have changed my mind about, and they put sushi and all seafood in general. And then to like a person or to like a profile, you click the little heart and it lets you reply to the comment. So like if you also like sushi and seafood, you can be like, oh my God, I love fish and the ocean and its inhabitants. And then you can meet them and you can fall in love. I feel like these questions are kind of like a fun and unique way to maybe create some common ground between two people. Or if you're me, you can just try and come up with the dumbest and most sarcastic responses that you can think of in order to maybe make someone laugh. And that way they won't think that you're going to murder them. Well, not that you are going to murder them. I'm not going to murder them. I'm not going to murder anybody. Really dug myself a hole there when I should have been digging them a grave. So for my profile on Hinge, I have the same pictures I have for my Tinder. And my first question is, the prompt is I'm looking for, and I answered someone who also believes that the moon landing did 9/11. That's right. I am milking every last drop out of that joke. My second one is I unwind by doing everything I've already done to wind up, but backwards. Comedy. And my third one is I'll fall for you if you push me, you jerk. Seriously, please stop pushing me, Brandon. I don't want to play Pokemon cards with you. I'm telling the teacher. So I feel like with those genius responses to those prompts, I mean, who's not going to like me, right? Right? Let's just take a look at some other profiles on here and maybe like a couple cuties. Okay, so first profile here. We've got some pictures of her. Nice. Her first question is dream dinner guest. And she answered George Harrison, the best Beatle. Okay. Second question, tell me about a time you did something that changed your life. I can respond to that one. Let's see. The time I decided to do heroin with a sharpened turkey baster. Why does it change that to badger? What the fuck, iPhone? The time I decided to do heroin with a sharpened turkey baster in the parking lot of a Chili's. It changed my life by nearly ending it. Okay, that's pretty solid. Next one. The most spontaneous thing I've done. After volunteering with elephants in Thailand, I had a few hours before I flight and got an elephant tattoo using a bamboo stick. That's really cool. Once after a meal at Taco Bell, I got a tattoo of a taco. And also hepatitis. A and B. Nice. Okay, this girl, one of her things is, if loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Conspiracy theories. My favorite theory is that the lizard people flattened the Earth with a cosmic steamroller that runs on delusion. Nice. This girl has, I'll know if I've made it when I have exclusively wooden hangers that all match in my closet. About to blow your mind. Check this shit out. All wooden hangers. All matching wooden hangers. We're meant to be. I could be her hanger sugar daddy. So, hit me up. Okay, this girl says, first round is on me if you can tell me what a red planet and arachnids have to do with each other. I'm gonna say, if by red planet you mean hell, and by arachnids you mean spiders, then it's where they belong. This girl has a social cause I care about, criminal justice reform and the school to prison pipeline, which, just to put it out there, are important issues. But I'm going to reply and say, tell me about it. A transition from 5th grade to maximum security prison is a rough one. I think that's probably an appropriate response. Yeah, I don't see why not. The dorkiest thing about me is I once was in a production of Shrek the Musical. Guess which character? Tree number 13. I mean, right? Probably a good guess. There's a lot of trees in that movie. Okay, this girl's got ideal first date. Something that sparks conversation. An improv show, mini golf, or she said an improve show. Okay. Mini golf, bowling, karaoke, live music, ideas welcome. I said, I know a great place for underground rat fighting. Buy-in is only $5. You down? That's every girl's dream. To go watch some rodents kill each other, right? This girl says, the last time I cried. Any commercial, really. Any of them will do. I know, same. Just the line, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage!
Brings tears to my eyes. Truly does. Inspirational man, inspirational product. This girl said, do you agree or disagree that spending 30 minutes flossing, brushing, and using a water pick every night is considered overkill? And I said, no, but if it takes you 30 minutes to do that, you might have brain trauma. Okay, let's just do a little bit of rapid fire here to finish this up. She said, what if I told you that I'm vegetarian? And I said, I'd find a cow and roundhouse kick it in the face. So you can reply to pictures too on the app. So I replied to this girl's picture and I said, wow, front row parking. Nice. Fact about me that surprises people. I'm named after the Irish cream. And yes, it is what I was conceived on. Her name's Bailey. I said, I can't tell if this is a joke about your parents being drunk or your dad being Irish. That's so cute and charming. You'd find that on Pinterest, right? You'd see that on someone's Instagram story when Bae sends you a cute text. Something like that, right? Right? I mean, why haven't I matched with anybody on any of these dating apps yet? What the hell? I honestly have no idea what I'm doing wrong. We'll get along if you have a sweet tooth and a love for animated films. And I said, does hentai porn count? This one's 2 truths and a lie. I can speak 3 languages. I don't drink coffee. And I have made out with someone famous. And I said, I'm really hoping the third one's true and that it's Danny DeVito. Pet peeves. Someone who doesn't know the difference between there, your, and your. I mean, that one's so easy to respond to. I mean, she fucking alley-ooped me for a slam dunk. Because I said, you're totally right. There's nothing worse. Using the wrong your and the wrong there. This girl says, ideal first date, going to the dog park bar. I said, love the place. My dog gets absolutely trashed there. This girl says, my love language is words of affirmation by a long shot. So I replied, you're a disappointment to society. She says, we'll get along if you're into movies. I'm getting my film degree. And I said, nice, we can be unemployed together. This girl said, this one's just dumb. She said, on my bucket list, Iceland, Disneyland, and Japan. And I mean, I just replied, do you mean Japanland? Not great, but I mean, this one is, I go crazy for personality tests. If you can tell me your love language / Myers-Briggs results. And I said, according to BuzzFeed, my favorite movie is Star Wars, based on my favorite color being blue. So yeah, acts of service for sure. All right, so I got 3 girls to reply to some of the comments I said on their profiles. Let's see what this girl says. Okay, this was the one, the dog park one. where I said, love the place. My dog is absolutely trashed there. And she said, let's see, you're the reason your parents got divorced when you were only 6 months old. You fucking nerd. How did she know that? You know what? It's probably just like a fluke or something. This girl, I made the parking comment too. And she replied and said, the reason Stephanie left you is because you try to make people laugh by pretending to be an asshole, when in reality, you're just an asshole. Stephanie wasn't even a real person. I just made her up for this video. How did she know that? Okay, this third girl was the one with the personality test, and I replied the thing about BuzzFeed and Star Wars, and she said, you're not fooling anybody. Your profile screams insecurity. I would never, ever, 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 ever go on a date with you. Okay, this didn't go super well. I was planning on, meeting someone and maybe like going on a date and then coming back and being like, oh, like we went on a date and now we're in love. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I guess I don't really have any other choice. Okay. Yeah, that should work. True love, here I come.